Hey everyone, it's Charles. Today I'm excited to share a big moment for us. Copilot Cowork is now generally available. Cowork represents how we think the next phase of AI actually shows up at work, not just about answers or in a chatbot, but taking actions right alongside of you in your flow of work. And already more than half of the Fortune 500 have tried Copilot Cowork. And I've loved hearing some of the amazing use cases you've all been testing out. Things like technical problem solving, content creation, email triage, and more. And some users out there are already wiring up over 150 skills in a single task, or someone else creating over 500 tasks in a single week. You're already working alongside Cowork every day. And the team has been listening to your feedback to improve capabilities and bring you a few new ones for GA. So I'm excited to spend a few minutes showing you what's new in a demo. Let's check it out. The first thing you might notice is the new Copilot app experience, where we have a dedicated tab for Cowork. You can create your new tasks, search across your past tasks, and customize your overall Cowork experience. And one of the most exciting parts of GA is the expanded set of options inside the model picker. In addition to the Claude family of models, we now have GPT-5.5 and make it easy for you to choose the right model for the job, so you can balance performance against efficiency and cost for a particular task. And the good news is we have auto, so we can help choose the right model for you based on the task you're trying to complete. Now, one of the things that help me when I use Cowork are all the new skills and plugins. I often meet with customers, so I've registered Dynamics 365 plugins so I can use those skills over time, and I've built many of the skills that I need personally to get the job done. I also can pick from many other options that we have inside this experience. Now let's walk through a real scenario that I deal with every week. I'm going to be meeting with a customer, and I'm trying to get prepared for the conversation and make sure the account team is also ready. So to get started, I'm going to write up and paste in a prompt here inside of Cowork. I have this upcoming meeting. I want to be fully prepared. And one of the important things is I want to look across customer support cases and dynamics, as well as sales leads and opportunities. And I want to have a visual map to understand exactly what's going on. If I send this prompt across, it'll run through and look across all these different systems. And as Cowork runs, it's going to look at the right skills it needs to do the job and start to interact with all these different systems to complete the activity for me. Now that the task is completed, I can see that I've gotten an in-depth explanation of exactly the status for this customer, what's top of mind, what I need to be aware of, potential risks and RFPs that are out. And it also was even able to create that visual aid. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and being able to understand the people at the customer account and who's engaged from the Microsoft side makes it easy for me to understand exactly who's working with who and where the opportunity is to improve the customer experience. But this is only the start. One of the best parts is it can start to take actions. So here, I'm going to ask Cowork to create some follow-up tasks in the CRM for the account team based on the recommended sequence of its plan. And when I fire this off, it'll run through and make the updates based on the context that have already happened in this Cowork session. And after it's completed, you can see that it's gone and looked up user information from the CRM and updated the records inside of Dynamics. We can see here 4 different tasks that it's assigned to Carlos Slattery and 4 tasks that it's assigned to Kevin to go complete in preparation for my customer conversation. That way we're able to be in a good position before I start talking to the customer. And if we look on the right-hand side here, we can see that Cowork was able to build a plan, was able to work through actions, and output all this information as needed to get that job done. And now that we're all coordinated inside of Microsoft and the account team and I are ready for the meeting, I want to let the customer know that their problems are being worked and we're going to get them addressed for them. So I'm going to ask Cowork to draft an email and send it across. And we can see here now that Cowork has drafted up an email for me, but there's an important detail here that I really like. I've created an email voice skill. So Cowork has guidance about how it should communicate like me. And of course, I use Cowork to build that skill. So as I do this communication and use Cowork more over time, it gets more personalized and more tailored to how I work. So I'm able to use Cowork to run through the whole end-to-end process to get ready for this customer meeting. But I'm an engineer. I usually don't like to define things piece by piece. I like to write specs, long plans, architecture diagrams, that type of thing. So I don't have to go work with Cowork step by step. I can start to write very long prompts describing what I want to do. In this case, you can see I've pulled together all of the steps and all the details that I want, including things like updating the CRM and sending emails to the customer and preparing my brief. I'm able to do all of this in a single prompt. And when I submit that prompt, it can run for a long time. It could be a couple of hours. But the good news is Cowork is running in the cloud. So even if I close my laptop or log off, it will keep running and get the job done. And I can even connect to it from my phone and check on its status and provide feedback and guidance and steering, all in a single task over time. And there's just one more thing I want to show you today. Cowork now supports browser automation in Edge, so it can navigate websites and submit information on your behalf. In my case, I'm going to ask Cowork to book a table for 6 this coming Friday at a restaurant. And what Cowork will do is it'll navigate to these websites, it'll click through the browser and try to complete the reservation on my behalf. And I can see here that it's asking me to complete an action in the browser. It needs my phone number to proceed and make the reservation, which I'm smart enough not to paste in during a demo recording. But the power of Cowork now is that even if there's not an API or a skill or a plugin, it can start to use the browser to complete the tasks on your behalf. So we covered a lot today. That's plugins, personal skills, your choice of model, and browser automation, all available inside of Copilot Cowork. This is what it looks like when AI does real work alongside you. If you haven't already, I encourage you to give Copilot Cowork a try today.